I need to write this down before I forget the details, before my mind tries to protect itself by erasing what happened. The police don't believe me. My parents think I had some kind of psychotic break. But I know what I saw. I know what happened to my friends on Halloween night, 2023. My name is Marcus Webb, and I'm the only one who made it out of the October house. It started 3 weeks before Halloween. My friends Tyler, Jordan, and Kayla had been planning the ultimate Halloween night since summer ended. We were all 19, first year out of high school, and we wanted to do something that would prove we weren't kids anymore. No more trick-or-treating, no more staying home to hand out candy. We wanted something real, something that would scare us. Tyler was the one who found the address. He showed up to Jordan's apartment one afternoon in late September with this manic energy, waving his phone around like he'd discovered buried treasure. "I found it," he kept saying. "I found the perfect place." The house was at 1031 Barrow Lane, about 40 miles outside our town. Tyler had found it on some urban exploration forum where people shared coordinates of abandoned places. But this house wasn't just abandoned. According to the forum posts, it only appeared in October. I remember laughing when he told us, "A house that only appears in October? Come on, man, that's ridiculous." But Tyler showed us the evidence. Satellite images from Google Maps showed an empty lot at that address in every month except October. In October, there was the house. A large Victorian-style house with a wraparound porch and a tower on the east side. The images went back 7 years, and the pattern was consistent. Empty lot, empty lot, empty lot, then October, and there was the house. "It's probably just a glitch in the satellite data," Kayla said, but even she sounded intrigued. "Or," Tyler countered, "it's something we need to see for ourselves." Jordan was immediately on board. He'd always been the fearless one, the first to jump off the quarry ledge, the first to try anything dangerous. Kayla was more hesitant, but peer pressure is a hell of a thing. By the end of that afternoon, we'd all agreed, Halloween night, we'd drive out to 1031 Barrow Lane and see what was really there. The next few weeks passed in a blur of anticipation and planning. Tyler researched everything he could about the property. The land had been in the same family for over 100 years, the Hallowells. The last known resident was a woman named Constance Hallowell, who'd lived there alone until 1952. After that, the records got fuzzy. Some sources said she moved away. Others said she died in the house. But there was no death certificate, no obituary, no grave that anyone could find. What Tyler did find were the disappearances. Starting in 1953, the year after Constance supposedly left, people began vanishing near that property. Never on the same date, but always in October, always between midnight and 3 a.m. The victims were always in groups of 3 or 4. The police would find abandoned cars on nearby roads, sometimes find personal belongings scattered around the area, but never any bodies, never any sign of what happened to them. The last documented disappearance was in 2016. 4 college students from a town over had gone missing. Their car was found on Barrow Lane, doors open, engine still running. 2 of them had left their phones behind, still recording. The police never released what was on those recordings. "Maybe we shouldn't do this," Kayla said when Tyler told us about the disappearances. We were sitting in Jordan's apartment exactly 1 week before Halloween. "Those are just stories," Jordan said, but his voice lacked its usual confidence. "Besides, people disappear all the time for normal reasons. Doesn't mean there's some supernatural house eating them." "Then why does the house only appear in October?" I asked. Nobody had an answer for that. We should have backed out then. We should have done anything else that Halloween. But we didn't, because we were young and stupid and convinced that nothing bad could actually happen to us. Halloween arrived cold and clear. I spent the day helping my mom hand out candy, trying not to think about what we were planning to do that night. Every time I considered calling it off, I'd get a text from Tyler or Jordan hyping it up, and I'd convince myself I was just being paranoid. At 10 p.m., I told my parents I was going to a party at Jordan's. They believed me. Why wouldn't they? I'd never given them a reason not to trust me. Tyler picked me up in his beat-up Honda Civic. Jordan and Kayla were already in the back seat. We'd all dressed in dark clothes, bringing flashlights and our phones fully charged. Jordan even brought a baseball bat, which Tyler made fun of him for. "What are you gonna do, fight a ghost?" Tyler laughed. "Better to have it and not need it," Jordan muttered. The drive took almost an hour. We left the main roads behind, following Tyler's GPS down increasingly rural routes. The houses got farther apart, then disappeared entirely. We passed stretches of dense forest, broken only by the occasional dirt road leading to nowhere we could see. "Are you sure this is right?" Kayla asked, leaning forward between the front seats. "GPS says we're 5 miles out," Tyler said. Those last 5 miles felt endless. The road was barely maintained, full of potholes that Tyler had to swerve around. The trees on either side pressed in close, their branches forming a tunnel over the road. Our headlights were the only source of light for miles. Then the GPS announced we had arrived. Tyler pulled over onto the shoulder and killed the engine. For a moment, we all just sat there in the dark, listening to the tick of the cooling engine and the sound of wind in the trees. "I don't see anything," Jordan said. We got out of the car and stood on the empty road, looking around. To our right was just forest. To our left, an open field bordered by a rusted wire fence. In the distance, maybe 100 yards away, I could see something dark rising against the night sky. "There," I said, pointing. We climbed over the fence, our feet crunching through dead grass and fallen leaves. As we got closer, the shape resolved into a house, a large Victorian-style house with a wraparound porch and a tower on one corner. The windows were dark. The porch sagged in places. Paint peeled from the siding in long, curling strips. It looked exactly like the satellite images, but seeing it in person was different. It looked wrong somehow, like someone built a house from memory, getting all the details slightly off. "Holy shit," Tyler breathed. "It's real. It's actually real." We approached the front porch slowly, our flashlights cutting through the darkness. The wooden steps creaked under our weight. The front door was massive, made of dark wood with an oval window near the top. Through the dusty glass, I could see nothing but blackness inside. "Should we knock?" Kayla asked, and we all laughed nervously. Jordan reached for the doorknob. It turned easily, and the door swung open with a horror movie creak that made us all jump. The smell hit us immediately. Not decay or mold like you'd expect from an abandoned house, but something else. Something sweet and floral, like funeral flowers left too long in a closed room. "Okay, this is creepy as hell," Kayla said. "That's the point," Tyler said, but he didn't sound excited anymore. He sounded nervous. We stepped inside. Our flashlights revealed a grand foyer with a staircase leading to the second floor. The walls were peeling floral wallpaper. A crystal chandelier hung from the ceiling, covered in dust and cobwebs. Furniture sat under white sheets, like the owners had just stepped out and planned to return. "Why would an abandoned house have furniture?" I asked. "Maybe it's not abandoned," Jordan said. "Maybe someone lives here." That thought should have sent us running. It didn't. We split up to explore the first floor. Tyler and Jordan went to check out the rooms on the right. Kayla and I went left, our flashlights illuminating a formal dining room with a long table still set. I could see food, dried, shriveled food that must have been sitting there for decades. "Marcus," Kayla whispered, grabbing my arm. "Look!" She pointed her flashlight at the wall above the fireplace. There was a portrait there, a painting of a woman in Victorian-era clothing. She was beautiful but severe, with dark hair pulled back tight and eyes that seemed to follow us as we moved. "That must be Constance Hallowell," I said. "She's watching us," Kayla said. "It's just a painting." But I knew what she meant. Those painted eyes felt alive, tracking our every movement. We heard Tyler shout from the other side of the house. Kayla and I ran back to the foyer where we found Tyler and Jordan at the base of the stairs. "You have to see this," Tyler said, pointing up. The second-floor landing was visible from where we stood, and standing there, completely still, was a figure. At first, I thought it was a person. Then my brain registered the details. It was wearing old-fashioned clothing, like from the early 1900s. Its skin was pale, almost gray in our flashlight beams, and it wasn't breathing. It stood there, perfectly motionless, arms at its sides, staring down at us. "Is that a mannequin?" Jordan asked. "Only one way to find out," Tyler said, and started up the stairs. "Tyler, wait!" I said, but he was already halfway up. He reached the landing and approached the figure. He was about to touch it when it moved, not like a person moving, but like something switching on. Its head snapped toward Tyler. Its mouth opened, far wider than any human mouth should open, revealing darkness inside. Tyler screamed and stumbled backward. He missed the top step and fell, tumbling down the stairs. Jordan caught him at the bottom, but Tyler's ankle was already swelling. "We need to leave," Kayla said, "right now." The figure at the top of the stairs began to descend. Each step was perfectly measured, mechanical. As it moved into better light, I could see it wasn't a person at all. The face was wrong, like a crude approximation of human features. The eyes were painted on, unblinking. We ran for the front door. Jordan helped Tyler limp along. I grabbed the doorknob and pulled. The door wouldn't open. I pulled harder, then pushed. Nothing. The door was sealed shut, as if it had never opened in the first place. "Back door," Jordan said, and we ran deeper into the house. We found the kitchen at the back. It looked like something from the 1950s, all vintage appliances and checkered linoleum floors. The back door was right there. Jordan tried it while I looked over my shoulder, expecting to see that mannequin thing following us. "It's locked," Jordan said. "It's locked from the outside." "Break a window," Tyler said through gritted teeth. Jordan grabbed a chair and smashed it into the kitchen window. The glass didn't break. He hit it again, harder. Not even a crack. "What the hell?" Jordan said. That's when we heard it. Music. Faint at first, then growing louder. It was coming from upstairs. An old song, something scratchy like it was playing on a phonograph. And underneath the music, I could hear footsteps. Lots of them, more than just the one figure we'd seen. "The basement," Kayla said. "There's always a basement." We found the door off the kitchen. Wooden stairs led down into darkness. We didn't have a choice. We could hear the footsteps getting closer, along with other sounds now. Whispers, laughter, the rustling of old fabric. We descended into the basement, Jordan practically carrying Tyler now. Kayla pulled the door shut behind us and wedged a piece of wood through the handle. The basement was massive, stretching the entire length of the house. Our flashlights revealed a nightmare. The walls were covered in photographs, hundreds of them, maybe thousands, all showing people in various states of fear. Some were screaming, some were crying, some were just staring at the camera with empty, hopeless eyes. And in every photo, in the background, I could see that house. This house. "Oh God," Kayla said. "Oh God, these are all the people who disappeared." I recognized some of the faces from Tyler's research. The college students from 2016 were there, but there were others too. Photos that looked like they were from the 80s, the 60s, even earlier. The oldest ones were daguerreotypes, those early photographs on metal plates. And in every single photo, standing in the background, was Constance Hallowell, watching. "We're going to die here," Tyler said. His voice was flat, defeated. "No," Jordan said. "No, there has to be a way out. There has to be." We heard footsteps on the basement stairs. Slow, deliberate steps. More than one set. We ran to the far end of the basement looking for any kind of exit. That's when I found it. A small window, high up near the ceiling. It was caked with dirt, but through it I could see the night sky. "There," I said, "we can break through." Jordan started stacking boxes beneath the window. The footsteps were getting closer. I could see shadows moving on the stairs now, multiple figures, all moving in that same mechanical way. Jordan climbed up on the boxes and swung the baseball bat at the window. This time, the glass shattered. Fresh air poured in, and I nearly cried with relief. "Tyler first," Jordan said. "He's hurt." We boosted Tyler up. He grabbed the window frame and pulled himself through, crying out in pain as his injured ankle scraped against the glass. Then Kayla went, Jordan lifting her up from below. "You're next," Jordan told me. "What about you?" "I'll be right behind you. Go." I climbed up and Jordan pushed me from below. I grabbed the window frame, feeling the broken glass cut into my palms. I pulled myself up and through, tumbling out onto the cold ground outside. Tyler and Kayla helped me up. We turned back to the window, waiting for Jordan. He didn't come. "Jordan!" I yelled down through the window. I heard him scream. Not a scream of pain, but of pure terror. Then I heard other sounds. Sounds I can't describe. Wet sounds, tearing sounds. Jordan's screams became gurgles, then stopped. "We have to go back for him," Kayla said, but Jordan grabbed her. "He's prone," Tyler said. "We have to run." Something appeared in the basement window. A face, pale and wrong. It was looking up at us. Then another face appeared, and another. They began climbing on top of each other, reaching for the window. We ran. The field seemed so much longer running back than it had been walking in. Tyler couldn't put weight on his ankle, so Kayla and I half carried him. Behind us, I could hear sounds of pursuit. Footsteps in the dead grass, breathing that wasn't quite breathing, whispers that formed words I couldn't quite understand. We reached the fence and threw Tyler over, then climbed after him. The car was right there. Tyler still had the keys. His hands were shaking so badly he could barely get the key in the ignition. The engine turned over. Tyler threw it in reverse and gunned it, the car fishtailing on the dirt road. I looked back at the house. Every window was lit now, glowing with a sickly yellow light, and in every window I could see figures, dozens of them, all watching us leave. We drove in silence for the first 10 minutes. Then Kayla started crying. Tyler just gripped the steering wheel, staring straight ahead. I watched the trees fly past, expecting at any moment for something to appear in the road, to force us to stop. We reached town around 3 a.m. Tyler drove straight to the police station. We stumbled in, all of us covered in dirt and blood from the broken glass. The officer at the desk took one look at us and called for backup. We told them everything, about the house, about Jordan, about what we'd seen. They listened patiently, took notes, and exchanged glances that said they thought we were on drugs or crazy or both. But they sent a unit out to check. 2 officers drove out to 1031 Barrow Lane. They found nothing. Empty field, no house, no sign that anything had ever been there. They searched for Jordan for 3 days. They searched the whole area, brought in dogs, even drained a nearby pond. They found nothing. His phone pinged from somewhere in that field before going dead. His last location was right where the house should have been. His parents blame us. They think we did something to him, came up with this crazy story to cover it up. The police questioned us separately, trying to find holes in our stories, but we all told them the same thing, because it was the truth. The media called it a Halloween prank gone wrong. Some people think Jordan ran away. Others think we killed him and hid the body. Tyler's family moved to another state. Kayla dropped out of college and moved back in with her parents. I haven't spoken to either of them since that night. We can't look at each other without remembering. I'm writing this because yesterday I got something in the mail. No return address. Inside was a photograph. It's a picture of the four of us in that basement. We're all looking at the camera. Tyler is on the ground, holding his ankle. Kayla is crying. I'm staring at something off camera with an expression of pure horror. And Jordan is right behind us, his mouth open in a scream. We never took a photograph that night. None of us had our phones out in the basement. I looked at that photo for a long time, studying every detail. That's when I noticed something in the background, barely visible in the shadows. Constance Hallowell, watching us, smiling. And written on the back of the photograph, in handwriting that looked like it was from another century, were 3 words: "See you next October." I'm writing this in early September. In a few weeks, it will be October again. I don't know what to do. I've thought about running, about leaving the state, maybe the country, but I don't think it would matter. That house found us once. It can find us again. Sometimes late at night I hear music, that same scratchy, old-fashioned music we heard.
That same scratchy, old-fashioned music we heard in the house. I'll wake up and it's playing somewhere nearby, but when I try to find the source, it stops. Last week I woke up and all the photos on my phone had been replaced. Hundreds of pictures I'd never taken. Pictures of that house, taken from inside. Pictures of empty rooms, dark hallways, that basement with its wall of photographs. And in every single picture, somewhere in the frame, I can see a figure, watching, waiting. Tyler called me yesterday, first time we'd spoken since Halloween. He didn't say hello. He just said, "It's starting again. The music. Do you hear it too?" I did. I could hear it playing softly through his phone, the same song from that night. "What are we going to do?" I asked. "I don't know," he said. "I don't think there's anything we can do." He hung up. I tried calling back. The number was disconnected. I called Kayla. Her mom answered, said Kayla had gone out for a drive. She'd left a note saying she needed to check something. That was 3 days ago. She hasn't come back. I know where she went. I'm writing this down so there's a record, so someone knows what happened to us. The police won't believe it. Our families won't believe it. But maybe someone reading this will understand. The house is real. Constance Hallowell is real. And every October she opens her door and waits for people to find her. I don't know why. I don't know what she wants with us. But I know that once you've been inside that house, once you've seen what's in the basement, you belong to her. It's October 1st. I can feel it already. That pull. Like something calling me back. I've tried ignoring it, but it's getting stronger. I dream about the house every night now. In the dreams, I'm walking through those rooms again, but I'm not afraid. I'm going home. I think that's what happened to all those people. They didn't die in the house, not exactly. They became part of it. All those figures we saw, those mechanical movements, those empty painted eyes, They were people once. People like us who found the house and couldn't leave. I can hear the music now. It's playing from somewhere in my apartment, even though I don't own a record player. That old, scratchy song. It's beautiful, in a sad sort of way. The kind of music you'd play at a funeral or a wedding. Something final. I'm going to go now. Not to the house, not yet. It's too early. But I'm going to drive out there. I'm going to see if it's appeared yet. Maybe if I go during the day, while the sun is still up, I'll be able to see it clearly, understand what it really is. Or maybe I'm just making excuses. Maybe I want to go back. Maybe we all do. If you're reading this and you ever see an address for 1031 Barrow Lane, don't go there. It doesn't matter how curious you are, how brave you think you are. Stay away. The house is patient. It's been waiting for decades, maybe centuries. It can wait a little longer. But if you do go, if you can't resist the pull, do me one favor. Look for us in the windows. Look for the 4 friends who thought they were brave enough to face the October house. We'll be watching. We'll always be watching. The music is getting louder now. I should go. I need to go. I can see her sometimes, you know. Constance. In reflections, in shadows, in the corner of my eye. She's always smiling. Always patient, always waiting. It's almost time. See you next October.